G'day everyone, welcome back to the shed. Today I'm going to do a couple of little request videos, and the first one is about my little steel anvil type bench, and it is just a piece of RHJ universal beam, and it was given to me a long time ago, and I've been hammering away on it for, I'm guessing, at least 25 years. Now, what actually happened was, it started as a pile of pieces that I got given from a fabrication firm that I knew the people quite well, and it was a case of, yep, go over to the scrap heap and help yourself, mate. So I came away with this piece and several others, and they wound up on the floor for a long time. Now, from day one, I actually planned to weld legs onto it and make it into a little bench, but because it was useful the way it was, it got used on the floor for a long time. And this is one of the other pieces. It's well polished up where it's been used as an anvil for all sorts of things. I've cut a curve on here where I needed to make a little hammer profile one day that I could form a piece of metal around that, and that's acceptable too because it just works so nicely. And you can clamp on this flange to hold things in place on top. But now that I'm in my mid-50s, I don't bend as well as I used to, and last year I had quite a bit of knee trouble and I wound up having some surgery on this knee, but I was having difficulty getting down to work on the bench. So, with necessity being the mother of invention, I actually got around to putting the legs on it some 25 years or so later, and then I thought we might as well make it a bit useful. So I've welded these rails in here just to sort of hang clamps on or hang my earmuffs on and things like that. I've got wheels on one end of it so it's easy to move. I just pick up the one end of it and wheel it around. And the two wheels actually came with the P9 pull max. There was 4 of them. And when I went to pick the machine up, I bought it off the internet and they loaded it on the back of the truck, and the guy said, oh, by the way, those wheels go with it. Well, they were a different colour entirely, and I couldn't see how they actually attached to the pull max, so I don't think they actually went with it. The bloke was mistaken, but I'm very grateful because I found a use for them now. The other benefit with it being steel is if you want to weld some attachment on there as a hammer form, it's just a matter of spotting it on, and when you're finished you can knock it off.
Let me just... Yep.
The other benefit with a steel bench is that if you want to add something to it to make a little bit of a hammer form, like I've done here with this piece of pipe, it's just a matter of spotting it on with the welder, use it for what you want to do, knock it off, and then grind it back flat again, and the bench is as good as it was. Now, this little device was to make this panel. Now, this is a bottom section for a Holden Ute back wall. Let's go just behind the seats in the back of the cab. And I was trying to actually do these curves in one piece of metal. So I've put that over there. I've clamped it down on each side with a couple of plates. I've formed these edges along here, and then this piece of metal's been poking straight out, and I've got my planishing hammer and I've actually tapped that around and shrunk it back down and got quite a nice finish there. Now, with this one here, the floor line actually curves up, so I couldn't actually get it to work on that without making better tooling. So I've opted to just cut it away, and I'll weld a piece in there later on, and that'll work as well. So little jobs like that, it is just the handiest thing. And I do blame all of you guys for the painting of it, because normally things that work around here just get left as they are. But with making videos, we're trying to look a little bit professional. So I gave it a blast and a paint a few months ago, and it does look good. Anything you see that you might want to ask some more about, I'm happy to make little videos like this one to actually showcase some of the things we have in the shed and the way we do things. I'm Rob Teal, thanks for watching.